Welcome back, Principles of Management, week number 2. So here we are. We're back at it again. I appreciate all the comments and all the posts for your introductions for week 1. I'll be reading through that this week and putting some grades up. Essentially, when it comes to discussions, what I'm looking for is genuine interaction, genuine conversations, and I appreciate for those of you who participated that way. What I don't want is to create an environment that's not being useful. There's a lot of people in this class, and I think it's important for you guys to extract value from everyone in regards to relationship based. We got people who are, we got 2 Kayleys, we got 2 tattoo artists, we got a person who come from, a lot of people come from the medical world. We have a lot of people that come from, thank you for all of those that served in the armed forces. We just got an array of people, and I love it because it makes the conversation much more intriguing and interesting to be a part of. So this week, essentially, of course, I want you to know that it takes me about a week to grade all of the discussions from last week. So bear with me on that. Don't think that I'm forgetting it. It just takes a long time to read through everything. I read every single discussion because I think it's important for us to make sure that we're understanding the material, and that's how I know you are. By the way, it's been getting better, but it's still warm out there. So hydrate. I've had my 2 cups of coffee already and don't want to go to the third. But anyhow, that said, this week we start discussions the way they will for the rest of the semester, and it's based on something that the chapter has. In this particular week, we're going to be looking at ethical perspectives. There's 2 options here. One, obviously, is the standard sort of conversation. It gives you a scenario. It gives you some options to look at, and it gives you sort of responses that you want to use. Don't answer the questions like a survey. It's a discussion. If we were having a discussion about ethics, I wouldn't say yes, no, maybe. I would have a discussion as to why I made that decision. And the whole point of it is to think through this process, to think about ethics and why you make the decisions you do. One of the questions that I typically ask during this discussion, during this week is it ever okay to lie? Is there ever a situation where lying is actually permissible? It's okay to do that. And some of you will be like, no. And some of you will be like, maybe. So let's read through that. Let's talk about that. The other one I give is a scenario about the trolley, where you're a conductor of a train and you're driving in a track, and you look up ahead and there's a right and a left turn, and you're going to have to make it. And then you realize that you have no more brakes. There's no ability to stop the train. You look to your right and there's 10 adults standing on the track. And you look to your left and there's a child. And you're going to make a quick decision. Now, I understand and I completely pray and hope no one's ever in these situations, but it's done on purpose to put us in an ethical mindset of a dilemma. What do I do? Do I kill 10 adults or do I kill a child? And I know that's horrible sounding, but it's an ethical dilemma. How do I make this decision is what I want you to think about. Why am I making that decision? So I think it's important for us to kind of go through that. Now, if you are going to use just your standard sort of process of thinking and write it down and do all that stuff, then you just post like you normally would. The original post, as expected, you responded to other students, you respond to this video, and essentially you do your post. So read through this. Answer the way you do. If you want to look at this stuff, make sure you're looking at pages 74, 76, 82, 84, and consider the different ethical dilemmas. Now, here's another option for those of you who are intrigued and interested in using AI. artificial intelligence, I created a prompt for you. I don't want you to copy and paste a prompt to me because that makes no sense. I understand using Grammarly or using something to correct your grammar, but to create a post, it's obvious now. I can tell, I can see it. I will not accept that. If you are going to use AI to help you in this process from this post, you need to disclose that. You need to say, I used AI, whatever platform, Copilot or ChatGPT or Grammarly, and this is what I did to help me do this. So that way I know, and if it's flagged, I know that you're telling me that you did use AI. You're not hiding that aspect. You're not trying to essentially plagiarize and saying this is your work when it's not your work. So please, sort of a honor system here. When you do it, please disclose it. The AI prompt is simple. It gives it essentially a story, and it tells it to do something for you. And it's going to create questions for you to answer and think about. It helps you, prompt you, and it helps you identify, sort of based on your responses, what ethical dilemma you'll be in. So I'm excited to see this because I know that there's some of you that are intrigued with AI, and I love AI. I think it's an important part of our future. It's going to help a lot of things. There's a lot of controversy to it. I also understand that concept, and we're welcome to discuss that and think about that from an ethical perspective. Is it good or is it bad? Is AI a good thing or is AI a bad thing? So yeah, we can discuss this stuff. It's not, no one's right or wrong at this point because we don't know yet. But we can have those sort of discussions in this platform. I'm excited, guys, because I read through every single one of your posts. I love to hear from you. I love to hear who's in class. I love to get to know you. A lot of moms, single dads, a lot of people working in industry, a lot of experience, just so much out there. You should go out there and read other people's posts and connect with people. So anyhow, I'm excited. I'm eager to read it, and I'll be reading through your introductions. I've read through some of them and replied already to some of you. Basically, welcome to class, and a lot of interesting things out there. So I'm sure we'll get to know each other more as we go along. In the meantime, stay cool out there, stay healthy, hydrate, and drink some coffee. Take care, guys. We'll see you next week.